My next guest has got a huge fight coming up here this Friday, LFA 230. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Ethan Moore is the opponent. I am happy to be joined here by Austin Miller here on the program. Austin, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
Doing awesome. Like I mentioned there, though, you're the one who's got this big opportunity, fighting for LFA. Tell me how this all came together for this fight on Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not gonna lie, it just kind of came into the picture with us. I was at work, got a text from my manager, and she said, "Hey, you're gonna be fighting on LFA April 3rd." And by all means, I was super stoked as soon as I got that news. I mean, LFA has been a promotion I've been trying to get on for a while. So yeah, this is a big opportunity. I'm happy to be here.
Good stuff. Well, yeah, it all kind of came together. And how much notice did you get? Did you get a full camp for this one?
Yeah, I got a little bit over a month's notice, but I was already kind of training day in and day out beforehand. I like to try and stay ready. We were in talks with a couple of different fights, and that this is the one that ended up coming through. So ended up getting a month's notice. Still was in good shape. Was still able to just jump into a little bit quicker pace with camp, and yeah, been moving and grooving since.
Yeah, and good opponent here in Ethan Moore, 2-0. What do you know about him? How do you feel like you match up against him here?
Yeah, so I know that Ethan's more of a kickboxer. He's got some good striking. I know that he has a jiu-jitsu background a little bit. From what I've seen from his fights, he uses a little bit more of his kickboxing. But in the past, when I've gone against kickboxers, they all want to go and try and wrestle afterwards. So, as much as I want to sit here and say, I'm a kickboxer and Muay Thai guy myself. I've always been known predominantly as a striker, but don't lack on my wrestling because it's been something that I've been working on as well. So either way that this goes, I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think we're going to stand and trade for a little bit until one of us shoots. And from there, I mean, it's just going to be a matter of who's stronger, who's more technical, and who has more endurance.
Good stuff. And let's talk a bit about camp. Who have been some of the main guys that helped you get ready for this fight as far as training partners, coaches, all that stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I always got to shout out my head coach, Eric Steenberg. He's been with me for like 6 years now, always been in my corner. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better head coach. My training partner is Kendall Whited, who has competed on LFA a couple years ago as an amateur when they were in St. Louis. He's an up-and-coming pro. He's 1-1 right now, still out there kicking ass as always. And then Derek Holly and my other coach, Corey Beck. I mean, without all of them, I mean, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, and I'm very thankful for all of them.
Good stuff. I actually know Derek Hawley, so it must be nice to have a vet in the room, a guy that's been, fought for multiple promotions, fought multiple opponents. He's been around the block a few times, so that must be nice to have him in the gym.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. And he's going to be in my corner for this one as well. So it's going to be good having him. It's also nice that, he's a little bit of a bigger dude and he's always down to scrap. So when we get sparring rounds, I can go a little bit harder with him and he can go a little bit harder with me. So it always makes it a lot more fun.
Good stuff. And you seem like you're in a great mood, man. We're just fighting in a couple days here. I imagine the weight cut's going well.
Yeah, weight cut's been going really well. We're in good pace right now. We'll do a little bit tonight, finish up in the morning. Everything is on pace and good to go. And how could I not be happy on fight week, man? I mean, this is the kind of thing that I love doing. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be in Oklahoma, and especially with this opportunity to show out on LFA.
So we know Derek's in your corner. Coach Eric, who else? Who's going to be in the cage with you?
Corey Beck as well.
Oh, nice. Okay, good stuff. And I know you don't like getting paid by the hour. How do you see this fight playing out on Friday?
Well, I see it playing out as the first round. It's going to be kind of a striking battle. I think that Ethan's probably going to be the one that shoots first. We'll kind of see how that goes there, but I see me finishing this in the second.
Okay, there we go. Nice and to the point. And still pretty early in your career. This is what, third pro fight for you. So, is the plan just to kind of get the right opportunities that come about? I mean, the nice thing about where you live, obviously there's a lot of promotions, a lot of opportunities. And if this LFA thing, continues, then there's some more opportunities with them. Is it just about taking the right opportunities?
Absolutely. Yeah. So this will be my third pro fight. I'm 27. I'll be 28 this year. I've been competing for about 5 years now. The main goal is always to make it to the big stage, whether that's UFC, whether that's one championship, whatever that may entail. So, whatever opportunities come my way, we're not just going to jump into anything willy-nilly, not necessarily that we're like super picky, but we always make sure that we're looking out for the right opportunities. And, like I said, LFA is a big one, a lot of big names coming out of it. So this is a big blessing for my part. And I mean, I think it'd be a really good step in the future. So for anybody watching that, by all means, watch my fight, because I'm going to be something that you guys are going to want to look at in the future.
There you go. Good selling point. I know you did a lot of like Muay Thai and kickboxing in your amateur career. Is that something you're still going to do as a pro, or just focus primarily on MMA?
The main goal is to focus primarily on MMA. I would like to maybe take a couple Muay Thai kickboxing matches if they're offered, if it's a good opportunity. But as a professional, I mean, like I said, I'm 27. Time's moving a little bit fast than that. I'm still young, but I want to predominantly focus on MMA and try and make the push towards there.
Yeah, and again, we look at something like Contender Series. That's sort of the next step, and then UFC. Are you kind of thinking for this year, just kind of build up the resume, and then maybe next year go to Contender Series? Or you never know, right? 3-0. They have fighters on there that only have 4 pro fights, so you get maybe this one in, and then another one. You might be on the Contender Series this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if it comes this year, great. I'm shooting for it. I'm shooting for, as soon as this fight's done, Dana gives me a call right away. That's wishful thinking, of course, but I'm shooting for any fight that I go and show out on. I'm waiting for that opportunity, and as soon as that opportunity comes, whether it be Contender Series, whether it be a season of The Ultimate Fighter, whether it just be they call me up on a week's notice and say, hey, we had somebody drop out for fight night. We know that you just fought. Can you make this weight? And say, yeah, absolutely. So sign me up. Whatever opportunity comes my way, I'm never going to say no to it.
Yeah, well, and I think, too, you're a unique case in the sense that you're a stand-up fighter. Obviously, we've seen the Muay Thai and kickboxing fights. That's something that's appealing. And then just the extensive amount of fights you had as an amateur. Like, you're 2-0, but you look at all the fights you've had, it's not like you don't have enough experience. So I think those things are kind of paying off for you at this point. The slow and steady getting to the pro ranks, which is great. What do you do for work outside of fighting? What's paying the bills for you right now?
So I work in logistics, specializing in domestic freight. So a lot of talking with truck drivers and a lot of moving shipments left and right.
Okay, cool. And that must be nice too, to, kind of take the ease off the finances and all that. Cause again, I know MMA is not a cheap sport to train in either. And it's nice to have something to fall back on, I'm sure too.
Yeah, no, it's super nice. Right now with diesel prices and that going up, it's been a little bit of a challenge. We're kind of at the mercy of how the world market works. So with everything going on with the oil crisis, and that kind of affects us a little bit. But luckily, I have good customers that I work with that I've built great relationships with. So they've been very accommodating to everything, and still able to get everything moving and still being able to take home a good paycheck at the end of the day.
And making time for interviews on Fight Week, Austin. I really appreciate it, man. It is LFA 230 coming up here this Friday. And if you can't watch it in person live, you can check it out on Spectation Sports. That's your home for regional MMA. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, anything like that, man, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, absolutely. As always, I want to thank my coaches and my training partners over at ES MMA over in Fenton. I want to thank my sponsor, Flirt. By all means, check them out. And my other sponsor, Uplate, as well as my other ones. And then follow me on Instagram, Austin_Miller56_. I know it's a little bit long. We'll get that fixed a little bit afterwards. But check me out on social media. Follow my journey. And, yeah, check me out Friday night.